Durdle Magic. Thank you for tuning in to Durdle Magic. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you like the content you see here today, and leave a like and share the video with someone you might think is interested. Leaving those likes really helps us out, but another way to help us out is by using our TCG Player affiliate link below. If you're looking for singles, sealed product, or gaming accessories, please consider using our link to support the channel. We also have some playmats at inkgaming.com. Go ahead and hit the link in the description to check those out. Alright, let's grab some spells and durdle with some magic. Hello and welcome back to Durdle Magic. Today we're durdling around with Borca, Spectral Sergeant again. Looking at our opening hand with no lands, yeah, we're going to mulligan that. New hand. 1 white source, 2 red sources. We do have some follow-up. I think it could be okay. Draw into another land, there are 38 in the deck. I think we'll be alright. So our commander, 2 red white for Legendary Spirit Soldier 05. Note the converted mana cost of each card as it's put into exile. Its power is equal to the greatest number node for this turn. At the beginning of our upkeep, we exile the top card of our library for impulsive draw. You may play that card till the turn. Play is important. You can play lands. Our first opponent is Yurlok of Scorched Thrash. Oh, I still want to build this in paper. 1 black, red, green for Legendary 4/4 Vashino's Shaman. Vigilance. A player losing unspent mana causes that player to lose that much life. Mana burn, aka. 1 tap, each player adds black, red, green to their mana pool. We don't have any abilities to do that, so that's going to be somewhat difficult for us. Swamp into play for Yurlok, by the way. Comes our turn, we get Livio Oathsworn Sentinel. Haven't been able to test that yet in this game, but it might be pretty good. Let's go ahead and play Neilverge Pathway, but the Pillarverge Pathway, we're going to need that white source, and we'll pass it off. Our next opponent is Sakashima of 1,000 Faces and Tevesh Szat, a Doom of Fools. I love Sakashima, but I don't like it being paired with anything. So Sakashima of 1,000 Faces, 3 blue for a legendary 3/1 human rogue. You may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of another creature they control, except it retains its name and has this ability. The legend rule does not apply to permanents you control. So amend that. It doesn't retain its name. And it has partner, of course. They play Halmar Depths for the turn. So it enters the battlefield. You get to like half scry 3. Savage that Doom of Fools. 4 black for a legendary Planeswalker Szat. Comes into play 4 loyalty counters. +2, create 2/0/1 Blackthal creature tokens. +1, you may sacrifice another creature or Planeswalker. If you do, draw 2 cards, then draw another card if you sacrificed a permanent that was a commander. -10, gain control of all commanders. Put all commanders from the command zone onto the battlefield under your control. Very nice. Our next opponent, turn 1 plays a Mana Crypt and a Plains. And they are Sram, Senior Edificer. 1 white for a legendary 2/2 Dwarf Advisor. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. Sram coming down for that player turn 1. That'll be pretty good. Draw Engine Extraordinaire for white going into play. This is definitely something I would say put in a Gen deck, especially if you do a lot of auras. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of in white enchantment stuff when you draw a card. There's a lot of aura stuff though. Silver Inlaid Dagger also coming down for them. Equipped creature has 2/0. As long as it's equipped to a human, it gets an additional 1/0. Okay. They do get to draw a card for that. Over to Yurlok. I'm really excited to see all the new decks. And Shram's never been a disappointment when I've faced them. Verdant Cat comes into play for Yurlok, and it gets cracked. They get a regular Forest into play. Rampant Growth, ramping some more. That's pretty good, especially if we can't keep up and we can't use the mana on our turn. Going to be very good indeed. They have a Swamp come into play tapped. Comes our turn, we get Spectator Seeding. Nice, let's go ahead and play it. And then what do we want to play? We could play Livio, but it really won't do anything for us right now. Let's just pass it off, play Stalking Leonin next turn, and then get down our commander. With Livio, I really want to have that extra mana to activate his ability to get GS counters on stuff and exile things, and then at some point get him back with like Sun Titan or something similar like Hull Breach. To the Dimir partner player, Sakashima of 1,000 Dooms of Fools. Mystic Remora, that's going to be pretty good. Mystic Remora, I think I saw it down to about $4 in paper on TCG Player. Grabbed a couple myself. Over to Sram, Mana Crypt will trigger. Let's see if they get the bonk. They do not get the bonk. Win the flip. Mishra's Workshop into play. That'll be good for all their equipment. Sword of the Amis coming down. Mystic Remora will trigger. Alright, Sword of the Amis is going to be really good to get them excited. So they have card draw and mana ramp in mono white. Uh-ohs. Sword of the Amis being equipped to Sram. Sram on the attack, off into the Dimir partner player. Yeah, it works for me. Sword the Animus will trigger. They'll get a Plains. I suppose they could also get a Waste, but yeah, there's a Plains. I was gonna say, but I doubt it. Damage is good. Dimir partner player down to 37 life, 3 commander damage. Yurlok's turn, mounted into play, followed by their commander. On the one hand, I'm really excited to see this deck, get some ideas for my own. On the other hand, I really don't want to be burned to death. Comes our turn, we get the Wanderer. Actually, that would be pretty good. It prevents damage though, and this loses that much life. Ooh, so close to being awesome. Let's go ahead and play a mountain, and then we'll play the Stalking Leonin like we do, and pass it off. We get to secretly choose an opponent. For now, let's choose Sram. I don't know what Yurlok's doing yet, how aggro they're going to be. And Sakashima and Tevesh are probably some kind of combo. So in case you're unfamiliar with Stalking Leonin, it is a 2-white 3/3 cat archer. When it enters the battlefield, secretly choose an opponent. Reveal the player you choose. Exile target creature that's attacking you if it's controlled by the chosen player. Activate this ability only once. However, if you can blink it, like we have for Long Road Home in our hand, you can get another counter on it and choose someone else. To the partner player's turn, Mystic Grimoire will trigger. Will they pay for the upkeep cost? They do in fact do so. Ooh, that's the black one, right? Yeah, Agadim the Undercrypt, probably the best of the cycle, I totally agree. Comes into play as a land though. But the other side is X black black black. Sorcery, return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of target creature cards that each have a different converted mana cost X or less. So in EDH that is ridiculously good. Wish I had one. Over to Sram. Mana Crypt triggers again. Do they get the bonk? They do not get the bonk. Inventor Sphere into play. That's pretty good. Hat and Felden. Legendary land, by the way, if you need legendary stuff to matter. At the beginning of upkeep, if you control 3 or more artifacts, you gain 1 life. Tap to add colorless, or 4 taps, sacrifice this. Search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it to your hand, then shuffle your library. Activate this only if you control 3 or more artifacts. Skull Clamp coming down. Mystic Grimoire will trigger. Sram will trigger. I missed a phantasmal image from the Dimir partner player. My apologies. Yurlok of the Scorched Thrash got copied by phantasmal image. Also, I just want to point out that Sakashima is a 4-mana clone. Oop, Fire Shrieker coming down for Sram. The Phantasmal Image is a 2-mana clone. They're playing blue and black. I fully expect to see a Garuda in here at some point. Ogre's Cleaver also coming down for the Sram player. Mystic Grimoire triggers again, so is Sram. Soul Ring coming down for the Sram player. Silver Inlay Dagger being equipped to Sram. No attacks out of Sram this turn. Yeah, it would have died anyway and we would have exiled it, so that works out. They'll probably equip a bunch of stuff next turn, though. Over to actual Yurlok's turn. Let's see what they do with it. They can give themselves some mana. We have no way to use mana right now. It'd be pretty bad. Arcane Signet coming down for the Yurlok player. Mystic Grimoire triggers yet again. Everybody gets 3 mana. Unfortunate for us, we'll be taking 3. Windgrace's Judgment. Ooh, sad face. Everything gets blown up. Goodbye, Stalking Leonin. I barely got to use you. Alright, we have to lose the mana. And we're going to take the burn. Ha! The Dimir partner player cast Vampiric Tear, using up some of that mana at least. Alright, they'll go get to 2 or something, put it on top of their deck. And there's the mana burn, down to 37. The Dimir partner player down to 30. Sram down to 36. Comes our turn, we get Herald of the Host. That'll be good on a 5th land. Let's go ahead and play the mountain and get down our commander. Borca, Spectral Sergeant. Let's go. And pass it off. Hopefully it won't be immediately destroyed. Mystic Grimoire goes to the graveyard. The Dimir player not paying for the cumulative upkeep. Soul Ring coming down for that player. Oh, we also have Castle Lochthwain coming to play tapped. And Commander Sphere. Alright, lots of mana this turn for him. That's it for the Dimir player. They do have to discard down to 7. Let's see what they discard. They discard Yawgmoth. That's nice. And Mystic Sanctuary. So not looking forward to getting any islands, I suppose. To Shram's turn. Mana Crypt and Inventor Sphere trigger. Let's see if they take 3 and gain 1. They do not take 3. They win the flip again. Alright, so in my experience recently, that's 8 for 8 flips on Mana Crypts? Is it bugged? I'm suspicious. Armory Automaton. When there's a battlefield or attacks, you may attach any number of equipment to it. That'll be pretty good. By the way, it can steal other people's equipment. It doesn't say equipment you control. So if you're having trouble against another Tron deck or somebody who just likes a lot of equipment and you can use them, drop this guy and take it all. They can still take it back to re-equip it, but at sorcery speed most of the time. They're going to equip Sword of the Animist, Fire Shrieker, and Ogre's Cleaver. Oh, sorry, they're also equipping the Silver Inlaid Dagger. Didn't see that. It is a 10-3 with double strike. Luckily, no haste. They could also resummon the commander and still have 4 cards in hand. Grand Abolisher. That'll be good. That's it. Over to Yurlok. Yurlok 2 attacks, off into the Dimir player. Seems legit, and it has Vigilance. Don't forget about that. Damage is good. Up to 4 commander damage from Yurlok, down to 26 for the Dimir player. Mana Flare. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land produced. Okay, that should be interesting. Demonic Tutor coming down for Yurlok to the stack. Alright, they get to tutor something to their hand. Vandal Blast. Overload. Destroy each artifact they don't control. Nice. And then followed by a Majorite Stone. Very good. We have to pass the step, which means we're going to take some mana burn. There it is. We're down to 34. Dimir player down to 23. Sram down to 28. Yurlok sitting pretty at 39. Our turn, Borca triggers. We got Plains and a Sun Titan. Sun Titan is nice. Can't summon it though, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and play the Plains. And then let's go ahead and summon Herald of the Host. Put a little bit more pressure on the table, I suppose. Oh yeah, we get double mana, so we can summon it. Alright, let's go ahead and summon the Sun Titan. Forgot about that. We'll get back to Stalking Leonin. It'll come into play. We have to secretly choose an opponent. Don't know who we're going to choose right now. Yurlok does look a little bit scary. I think we'll choose the Dimir player, though, just in case. We have 4 mana left over. So let's go ahead and summon the Wanderer. And we'll go ahead and exile Yurlok. Make them pay a little bit more. They can get it down rather easily with the double mana. Let's go to attacks. Let's go ahead and hit... First we'll hit the Dimir player because they'll probably have defenses out soon. Then we'll go ahead and run it over to Yurlok on the next turn if we can. Damage is good. 6 commander from Borca. They're down to 17. We'll pass it off. Sakashima the Imposter. That came out reprint in Mystery Boosters, I believe. What are they going to target? I imagine it's going to be Sun Titan. It is Sun Titan. Get back Phantasmal Image. Do Sun Titan again. Yep, that seems like a plan. What are they going to get back this time? Hold on, I want to guess. Soul Ring? Yep. Okay, they still have 8 mana available because of the red enchantment. Mana Flare, by the way. Oh, Sram quits the game. That's unfortunate. Alright, good game to our opponent, though. They were really rocking there for a minute. Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. Is it going to be yet another Sun Titan? Yeah, it kind of has to be, doesn't it? Alright, what are they going to get back this time? Mystic Remora? Commander Sphere? That's really it. Commander Sphere coming back. Alright, more mana. By the way, Sakashima copied Sakashima, so they both have the ability to blue return this creature to its owner's hand. Spark Double coming down. That's super good with Garuda. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. And it'll be a Sun Titan, and they'll get back Mystic Remora. It's the only thing left. There's Mystic Remora being targeted. Alright, that's it for the Dimir player. Figured it'd be a clone deck. I do love me some clones as well. Over to Yurlok. Winds of Abandon looking very spiffy right about now. Clean up some things. Nothing out of Yurlok this turn. 2 cards in hand for them after the draw. Comes our turn, though. Let's see what nifty things we might be able to get. We get Angel of Sanctions and a Plains. Do we want to play Angel of Sanctions right now? It does get rid of Mystic Remora, and that's a thing. And we do have the mana for it, frankly. So we could do that. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's play a Plains. Play Angel of Sanctions. Comes into play. We'll get rid of the Mystic Remora. Sure. Now let's see. We have 1 mana floating. And let's see. Yeah, we still want to do Winds of Abandon, so let's go ahead and do that. Winds of Abandon works. Yeah, works for me. Okay, so Borca is a 5/5. We have a 6/6 and a 3/3. Not going to quite kill the Sakashima and have a Szat player, but working on it. They do get 4 lands, though. Probably should have left mana to blink the Angel of Sanctions to get rid of that mana flare. That might be our undoing. Let's go ahead and attack. All of our attacks off into the Dimir player. Just really fear that Garuda. And they're down to 3, 11 commander damage. Let's pass it off. I am regretting not taking out that mana for instead of the Mystic Remora. That may be the callus that gets us to lose. I'm not sure yet. Over to the Dimir player, Sakashima and Szat, if you will. 6 cards in hand after the draw. They're at 3 life. I imagine we're getting our board wiped. Tevesh, Doom of Fools coming down for the Dimir player. First time this game, by the way. They will create 2 Thrall tokens. Diabolic Tutor, they'll go get something straight out of their deck. They have 3 mana floating so far and can do 9 more mana? That could be really bad. I'm thinking Torment of Hailfire, Exsanguinate, something around there. Could also be Psych Rift, I suppose. Okay, let's see what they got. They're probably going to cast it if they need an answer. Scary times indeed. Also still hope it's not Garuda. Treachery. When it enters the battlefield, untap up to 5 lands, gain control of enchanted creature. They are gaining control of our angel. That is a sadness. They untap 5 lands, which means they have 10 more mana to spend this turn. That's a lot of mana. Sakashima of 1,000 Faces coming down, copying the angel, getting rid of one of our things. Seems legit. Yep, there it is. They're going to get rid of Sun Titan. Thassa Deep Dwelling. Ooh, the blink one. That's not going to be good. They'll get their thing back. Maybe Treachery will fall off. It is a little bit dangerous to do because we get to reset our stalking guy, but looks like it's about going to be the same here. Durdle, Acquisitioner. Again, that's the whole reason I ever found the land Hammerheim. I had to put that in Felden pretty good. So when it hits somebody, they can go through their deck and steal an artifact. It also has Island Walk. Sig River Cutthroat coming down for the Dimir player as well. To the end step, Thassa will trigger. Let's see what they blink with it, if anything. They could get their Mystic Remora back, but then we get our Angel back. So that's interesting. And then we can just exile the other Angel. Alright, so I guess that's happening. Oh no, they get to keep it, sad face. Alright, well, nothing we do about that, except Long Road Home. We just don't have the mana for it right now. We can blink it, comes into play under our own control. Ooh, they're targeting Borca, how rude. And we get it back, do a bunch of stuff. We will not put it in the command zone. Alright, to Yurlok's turn. They were saying in chat that they had missed a turn because they got distracted, so that it does explain a lot. Exsanguinate for 11. Kinda thought something like that was happening at some point. Mystic Remora will trigger. Alright, and the Dimir player is down. Our Angel unfortunately goes into exile forever. Our Commander comes back, and our Sun Titan comes back, but doesn't get anything back, unfortunately. Yurlok staying at 61. We're at 23. Comes our turn, Borca will trigger. Let's get some goodies. Yurlok only has 2 cards in hand, so we are on the card advantage at least. We get a Atali Primal Storm and a Plains. Seems good to me. Let's play the Plains. Then we'll play Atali from exile. And we have 8 mana technically left. So I think let's spend it all, get down the Herald of the Host. It won't do too much right now, though. And then let's get down the Active Authority to get rid of the mana doubler. That'll be good now that we spent all of our own double mana. Let's go ahead, target the Mana Flare. And let's go to combat. Swing a Chain. When Stalking Lenin coming back into play, we didn't get to choose who to target, so that is a bit unfortunate. We'll have to blink it with Long Road Home. Damage is good. 6 Commander to them, down to 46. Let's pass it off. They'll have 3 cards after the draw. They do still have the Commander they can resummon. So their deck, they're not out of this game, because we're only at 23. If they manage to just give us a bunch of mana and burn us out real easy, that'll happen, you know. Yurlok coming back down for that player. So let's see, they can't add 3 more mana this turn. They're 1 mana short of using the Majorite Stone. I imagine they'll probably just pass it off. If they do, comes to our turn then. Active Authority, we'll put that on the stack first. We are not going to do that. Sorry, we'll put it on the stack second. We will not exchange control of that, no thank you. We get Eldrazi Displacer in exile. That's pretty good. Let's play a Mountain. Eldrazi Displacer... We don't have any colorless mana, so I think I'm just going to keep that in exile. Let's go ahead and play Livio. And do we want to blink anything? I think we do. Let's go ahead and blink the Stalking Leonin. And then we'll bring that back end a turn or something in case they attack. Let's go to combat. We'll leave back Borca for now. Should we? No, let's go ahead and attack with them anyway. We have a number of triggers. Let's put Sun Titan on the stack. Alright, Sun Titan gets us nothing back. Myriad will trigger, it won't do anything. Atali will trigger though. We get Duplicant and Lightning Greaves. That's pretty good. Got those off the top. Let's go ahead and cast Duplicant. And we'll cast Greaves. So Duplicant's from our deck, by the way, just for some clarity here. Duplicant comes into play. Let's get rid of Yurlok. Duplicant becomes a 4/4. Goes back to the command zone. Let's go to combat damage. Damage is good. 12 commander damage. Down to 24. Let's pass it off. Livio, we just have to activate whenever we want. It's 2 white tap return all exiled cards onto the battlefield. So we can also respond as long as it survives, which I guess we should put Greaves on, by bringing it back. Omnath, Locus of Mana. That's actually pretty good tech in there. I hadn't thought of that. Staff of Domination. Uh-oh. Can they generate infinite mana? I don't think they can just yet, but that does make me somewhat concerned. Yeah, let's go ahead and activate Livio. Let's bring back the Stalking Leonin. I don't like that at all. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me select the Stalking Leonin. So, alright, we're gonna have to let this go. I'm afraid they're gonna get infinite mana. Summon the commander, shove it all into us or something, or make Omnath super big. So there is a problem here. Alright, so at the end step, so it does highlight it. So, but I still can't target the Stalking Leonin in exile. That is super annoying. I don't understand why. Yeah, I don't want to pay anything. I don't want to exile anything, so I don't know. Over to our turn then. Let's go ahead and put Act on first. Get rid of the Staff of Domination. Yeah, I don't want to still do that. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Let's see what Borca gives us. Let's see what we get. Active Authority could get rid of the Staff of Domination, but then they have control of it. Alright, so we get a Plains. Do we want to get it, though? Yeah, I think we do. Let's go ahead and use it. What are they going to get rid of? Duplicant? Alright, it goes into exile. They get Active Authority. We get Battlefield Forge for the draw. Not the best. Let's play the Plains from hand. Or from exile, rather. Let's equip the boots to Atali. Let's go to attacks. Same attacks as before. Leave Livio up. If we can ever get it to use the second ability. Let's stack it out. Myriad will do nothing. Atali will steal us some stuff. We get Swords to Plowshares and Helix Pinnacle. Yeah, I think we need to cast these just to keep them out of the battlefield for them. Actually, we should have left Helix Pinnacle there. Oh no, I wanted to use swords. Dang it. Sad face. We have Omnath on the intercept against the Sun Titan. Omnath down to combat. Alright, damage is good. 15 commander to the Yurlok player. They are down to 11. Okay, we have some triggers here. I'm going to try again to respond with Livio. It's not letting me do anything, though. They're going to get rid of the Greaves. Kind of figured that was happening. Oh, they didn't get rid of the Greaves. Okay. Horizon Stone. If you lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead. So it is a replacement effect for Yurlok. Comes our turn, Borca will trigger again. I have seen Livio used against me where they could activate the ability, so I still don't know. That's really just, it's not my favorite. We get Charming Prince, okay, and Heliod's Intervention. We could probably end the game right here with Heliod's Intervention. Let's go ahead and cast a Charming Prince from exile. We will exile, what do we want to exile? Probably the Sun Titan. So let's go ahead and do that. Not for any other reason other than it gets Borca to be a 6/5. Let's go to combat, and we'll attack. Should be lethal. We have some triggers. Let's go ahead and trigger, stack those out, rather. Myriad, again, will do nothing. Let's see what we steal with Atali. Belka Expiration and Stoneshaker Shaman. Stoneshaker Shaman is, at the beginning of each player's end step, that player sacrifices an untapped land. Ooh, that makes a hard choice. Nice. Uncommon from Ravnica, the original block, by the way. Let's go ahead and cast Belka Expiration. Stoneshaker Shaman can probably stay in the exile zone. And there's the game. Good game to our opponents. Man, that Dimir deck was really going at. Sram was fast out of the gate. Yurlok has some great synergies that just couldn't get him down because they got, a little bit hit out of the game. I'm going to give it to the extra point to him, though. That was really cool. Glad to see it. And I hope to incorporate some of that stuff to my own Yurlok deck. All right, we got the most votes. Awesome on us. We did get that one vote to our opponent. Let's go take a look at the deck. Okay, here's the deck. Only made 2 tweaks to it from the last game. I took out Gerard Weatherlight Hero, rather, and added Breaches Brazen Plunderer. Gerard comes into play, doesn't do anything. It can protect us from a board wipe, but we do have some recursion in the deck. We do steal other people's stuff. I didn't feel like that was as necessary. This creature, however, has menace as a 3/3, and it says whenever one or more pirates we control deal damage to our opponents, and we only have the one pirate in the deck that I'm aware of. I don't see any others. They exile the top card and we cast it and spend mana without wearing color. So again, another exiling effect, and we can steal some more spells. Thought it was pretty good. Also took out the Shadow Spear and put in Glaring Spotlight, what I discussed in the other video. This one has the stack effect where creatures essentially don't have hexproof that our opponents control. Plus, we can sacrifice this thing to give our guys hexproof as protection, and if we can, they also can't be blocked, so we can Alpha Strike. This is one of my favorite artifacts of all time. It can win you games. Plus, we have a number of target exiling effects, so we need them to not have hexproof. Again, doesn't get around Shroud, but Shroud's pretty rare these days, so it's a pretty good include. Still have Bag of Holding in the deck. Still haven't gotten to test it yet. You can let me know what you think about this card. I had, Zerzoth, where it was actually pretty good. You do kind of eggs and basket something, though. Like, Livio can come back and get your stuff back anyway, because they have a GS counters. This doesn't do that, so it is a little bit risky. At that rate, maybe putting something else. Suggestions are welcome. So, here's the deck. Let me know what you think about it. I actually had a lot of fun playing this deck. It's not terribly high-powered. Borca getting us that extra exile card every turn. It's like drawing 2 cards a turn. It's fantastic. What red and white bring to the deck are different. White brings removal and possibly protection with things like Long Road Home. Red brings impulsive draw and steal your opponent's spells. So I think this commander, for power-wise, is about where people should think it is. But as a fun factor, as a unique experience, I think it is a little underrated. Anyway, if you saw any cards you want to own in paper, sealed product you want to buy from TCG Player, and sleeves to protect those products, please consider using the link to TCG Player down in the description below. Helps out the channel. I appreciate you helping out the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything extra to do so. Until the next series for Commander Legends, where we get to look at another new commander, pretty stoked about. I love this set so far. Well, I love it in general. I'll see you on the next series.